A woman afraid of clowns is forced to work in a traveling circus. Be ready for a story that you will never forget. I never liked clowns. Their painted faces and wide smiles scared me. When I ended up working at a circus, I was really scared. I was looking for a job because it was hard to find one. I was desperate when I saw a job opening at a local circus. I wasn't sure, but I decided to try it out. I didn't know it would become a nightmare. My first day was busy. I saw performers getting ready for their acts and heard kids laughing. I was put in charge of the ticket booth, which was far away from the clowns. At night, the circus looked amazing. The lights made everything look magical. I watched acrobats and fire breathers do their incredible acts. For a moment, I forgot about my fear of clowns, but that night, the clowns showed up. I was closing the ticket booth when I heard a creepy laughing sound. I turned and saw two clowns at the entrance of the big top, looking at me. I wanted to run away, but I knew I had to face my fear. I went up to them and they introduced themselves as Jester and Harlequin. Their eyes were spooky. Jester had red eyes and Harlequin had blue eyes. They laughed a lot. They said I had to be part of their act. I was scared, but I thought maybe it was a chance to conquer my fear. I accepted, and they told me to come backstage the next evening. I couldn't sleep that night. I was scared of what would happen. Time passed so slowly, and soon the sun set, and it was time to go to the backstage area. Backstage was crazy. Performers were doing their makeup and practicing. Jester and Harlequin came up to me with confidence. They gave me a costume and told me to get ready. I was so scared that I almost gave up when I saw myself in the mirror. But Jester told me that sometimes we have to face our fears. The show started and I stepped into the spotlight. I forgot about my fear for a bit, but then the clowns started scaring me on stage. Then, in the final act, the clowns took off their masks. They looked gross and scary. They wanted to scare me, but it only made things worse. Chaos broke out in the circus. People ran away in fear as the clowns chased after them. It was a night of screaming and laughter. But it wasn't fun. I managed to escape to the backstage area. I ran as fast as I could. The circus was a nightmare. When I looked back, I saw the clowns disappearing into the darkness. The circus closed after that night. It was too scary for anyone to handle. The clowns were never found. I wondered if the circus was just a cover for something worse, something that fed off people's fears. After the circus, my life was a mess. The memories of that night haunted me. I couldn't stop being scared of clowns. I felt like they were watching me. Even at home, people started reporting clown sightings in the city. People said they saw Jester and Harlequin. The circus had disappeared, and fear spread everywhere. I thought they were after me, that I was their target. Every knock on the door made me panic, thinking it was them coming for me. My friends and family wanted me to get therapy to overcome my fear. I agreed. I couldn't live in fear forever. In therapy, I talked about what happened at the circus. My therapist helped me confront my fear. Slowly, I started feeling better and ready to face the clowns. One evening, after therapy, a man with a painted face met me. His name was Charlie, and he used to be in the circus too. He had seen what happened that night and wanted to help. Charlie assured me that the clowns were gone. We started raising awareness about the dangers of the circus world. We wanted to make sure no one else fell into their trap. Facing my fear and speaking out gave me strength. The nightmares went away and I felt empowered. The circus left its scars, but I learned that we can survive scary things. Today, I stand tall as a symbol of survival. I want to make sure nobody falls victim to the dark secrets of the circus. And with each step I take, I remember that the scariest experiences can make us grow stronger. After the circus incident, life became incredibly challenging for me. The memories of that horrifying night lingered in my mind, like an open wound that refused to heal. The mere thought of clowns sent shivers down my spine, and I couldn't shake the constant feeling of being watched, even in the safe. As time went on, news reports started surfacing about mysterious clown sightings throughout the city. People claimed to have seen Jester and Harlequin lurking in the shadows, their cruel laughter echoing through the night. The circus had vanished without a trace, leaving behind a trail of fear and pity. The fear that the clowns were after me consumed my every thought. I became convinced that I had somehow become their target for escaping their twisted game. Every knock on the door or ringing of the phone sent me spiraling into a state of panic, fearing that it was them coming to inflict their torment. Family and friends started encouraging me to seek therapy, hoping that it would help me confront and overcome my deep-rooted fear. Reluctantly, I agreed, realizing that I couldn't continue living my life in constant terror. During therapy, I began to unravel the trauma I had endured at the circus. My therapist emphasized the importance of facing my fear head-on, allowing me to regain power over my haunting memories. Slowly but surely, I started rebuilding my confidence, preparing to confront the clowns that had haunted. One evening, as I made my way home from a therapy session, a strange man emerged from the shadows. His face was noticeably painted, his mouth stretched into an unsettling grin, frozen in fear. My mind instantly transported me back to the nightmare of the circus, but as the man spoke, his voice calm and composed, I realized that he posed no threat, introducing himself as Charlie, a former circus performer. He informed me that he had witnessed the events of that harrowing night and understood the horrors we had endured. Charlie had dedicated his life to expose. He assured me that the clowns had disappeared, reduced to nothing more than urban legends. Together, we embarked on a mission to raise awareness about the dangers concealed behind the enchantment of the circus world. Through speaking engagements and media interviews, we hope to shield others from fear. In my journey of facing my fear and speaking up, I found solace and strength. The nightmares gradually faded away, replaced by a newfound sense of purpose. Although the scars from that night remained, my transformation from a victim to a survivor instilled me with a sense of empowerment. While the circus had left me scarred and haunted, it also taught me the remarkable resilience of the human spirit. Today, I stand tall as a symbol of survival, determined to ensure that no one else becomes ensnared in the dark secrets disguised beneath the circus tent. With every step forward, I am. The months following the circus disaster were a struggle. As I attempted to piece my life back together, the memories of that traumatic night continued to torment me, refusing to fade away. The circus had left an indelible mark on my psyche, and the fear of clowns had become deeply ingrained within me. I tried to carry on with my daily routine, but the constant worry that the clowns would resurface plagued my every thought. I found it difficult to trust others, always questioning their true intentions. The world no longer felt safe, and I was perpetually on edge. Friends and family urged me to seek professional help, hoping that therapy would offer some relief from my persistent fear. With great trepidation, I agreed to give it a try, desperate for any semblance of peace. During therapy sessions, I delved into the traumatic events of that haunting night. My therapist encouraged me to confront my fear head-on, to reclaim control over my own mind. It was a long and arduous journey, but with her guidance, I gradually began to find the strength to face my deepest fears. As I mustered the courage to confront the clowns, I discovered a newfound sense of empowerment. Embracing my own resilience, I resolved to use my traumatic experience to bring awareness to the dangers lurking beneath the surface of the circus industry. In the end, the circus was permanently shut down, its dark legacy forever tarnished. The clowns vanished, leaving behind a trail of fear and destruction. Though I couldn't change the past, I found solace in knowing that my voice and efforts could prevent others from falling into the same twisted trap.